shaping up to be a good game. I'm going to get ammo racked at the first shot that hits me.
Hey guys, Klonka here, and I forgot to mute the party to my Elgato capture system, so you hear the party in the background, which is why parts of this is muted out, like this part where I commentate, but then other parts I haven't muted out because the guys I'm playing with are pretty hilarious, and they're fun to just listen to. And in the end, one of them starts commentating on the game, so I'm just going to let him commentate, honestly. But these two replays I have for you, yes, I have two replays for you guys, are just those games where you're just like, take this game from my cold, dead hands, and you hunker down, and you just get ready for the long haul, and you get ready for just the fight of the century, which is what we're going to be doing here today in our Jagdtiger Tier 9 German tank destroyer, assault tank destroyer, and the Bog Horror, the mutant, the M6A2E4, I think, something like that. But yeah, we're not plugged in yet. We finally have Ethernet cable that connects my Xbox to my router, so that's good.
Did you really hit him? Snapshot.
That's RBRD.
Yeah, we're platooned with Jay Silent Boom and Crazy Limes, and Jay is using the T49 with the derp gun.
On the lichen.
And so
Let's do this.
Come on, like and poke.
Does he not
Okay.
know about the derp?
I love Jay's laugh. In case you're wondering, that's Jay who's laughing, and the Irishman is Crazy Limes. He gets so much joy out of this game. It's amazing. It's an inspiration. But anyway, we've got tanks in front of us, and I would like look at these guys. Normally, tanks don't just all poke around that corner just like that, but these guys are, and so this is kind of like, okay, I was not really expecting this, but here they come. We're gonna put a shell into this guy's shoulder plate. Easy penetration there with the Jagdtiger's gun. Jagdtiger's 128 with what, 176 millimeters? Sorry, 276 millimeters of penetration. Something like that. Then a poorly aimed shot. It's clearly white. I need to aim a little more to the right. I don't know why I was so lazy there. And we're bouncing shells. And then the Dreadnought pens us with an AP shell for 700 damage. Oh boy, that's not good. But we're going to go right back at this guy. So shoulder plate, easy shot, goes in, penetrates him, knocks him out. And this ISU 152, I'm not quite sure which gun he's using, but he's shooting HE out of it. And it's rather annoying. He's hitting me hard, so I think it's the 152. It might be the stock 152, is what I'm thinking. I could be wrong. But here comes the Dreadnought again. He bounces off of us this time, which is good, because, oh gosh, man, if he penned us, that'd be bad. If he was shooting HE, that would also be bad at this point in the game. And Jay goes down in his T49. He gets clipped out by an Iron Rain, unfortunately, there. But, you know, it is what it is. And my friend has died. My Centurion who was with me is now dead. Well, I think he died a while ago. And it's just me.
I actually died to an hour breaker.
And Crazy Lime actually did die to a Mountbreaker. And here comes a Conqueror. We have more DPM than him. We have to bounce 2 shots. There's the first bounce. We needed that. We loaded up. We still have our AP loaded. We go through his upper plate. Now we're going to load the premium rounds, because if he's going to face hug us, we have to be able to go through his turret. And now we're trying to angle as best we can, but his 10 degrees of gun depression make this very difficult. He goes straight through our upper plate. And now we're going to hug him again, go straight through his turret ring.
He penned your gun.
Wait a minute, he did.
Yeah, he penned my gun apparently. But that time he bounces off of my gun. We put the shell straight through his upper plate, and we finish him off. Thank you for the double commentary from the other guys. I decided, you know, since we had their voices, we may as well use them, have some fun. But here comes the Dreadnought. I think he thinks I'm dead. Then he realizes, wait, what? And Eagle 7 finishes him off.
I cannot believe you're doing this right now.
And yeah, they're cracking up. They're cracking up in the background. It's pretty funny. Well, one of them is cracking up. It's Jay. Anyway, we're loading back the standard rounds because we're going to be fighting an IS. We do not need premium rounds for the IS, but this Conqueror has made this very difficult for us, and Jay's giving me a helping hand. He's letting me know where the IS is, and he's like, okay, if you keep going, he does have a shot on your drive wheel or your side if he weaves one through the buildings, so just be careful as you do this. So that's what we're trying to do. We could just drive out, but you know, of course, I have no health left, so I don't want to do that. I'm just trying to get into a really good position, and here we go. The position of a lifetime. Good luck, Mr. IS penning this.
He just made another.
Yeah, this is a scary thing to look at.
Look at that profile. Like, there's no way this IS is penning you.
I would agree. This is a scary profile.
That is such a menacing look right now. Like, I would not want to be on the other. Ugh, God, just ugly.
I've decided to let them talk throughout the rest.
That's sort of the IS's fault, because he just sat in front of you. I'm watching an Iron Rain off right now.
And here comes the commentary.
Right now. This is pretty funny. Very interesting. The Iron Rain has gone into the building, and he was shut down by do not use caps. And our Iron Rain is still on reload. And he misses the kill shot on the M46 pattern. Now this striker, this Canon and Jagdpanzer's YOLO and a T-54E1 will this end well from his driver has been killed. And he has been rammed to death. Ooh, someone's firing APCRs at him.
So we just had a really good game
Can Clone Guy get there in
with
time
our
to get the
RNG.
final kill?
But RNG giveth and RNG taketh.
Yeah, clone.
This
Oh,
is
yeah,
a pretty bad stroke of RNG, if you ask me.
Eagle 7's moving in for that
Yep.
kill. Can the Eagle 7 get that kill? Eagle 7 pen the cupola. Dang. I thought he was immediately gonna blow the APCR and go right through his turret. And the Iron Rain finally reloads, kills the T-54E1, secures the game, and secures the win.
I don't know why he just doesn't have a YouTube channel. Honestly, he should just take over mine, do the commentaries for me. I just hand over, hey dude, I want you to do commentary on my on this video here. Anyway, we make 73,000 credits, 5,600 damage. It wasn't so much the amount of damage we did, but just the fact that, you know, we survived that engagement. And I thought it was pretty fun having the other guys in the background. You didn't hear my side of the conversation, though I don't usually talk that much when I'm in parties anyway, so I talk more in these. But that's the replay. Let's jump into the bog horror now. This time we are platooned up with Rage Adrenaline, and I almost forgot to turn off the party chat again. At the very start of this game, right before I click record, I'm like, oh wait, let me check and see if you're coming through my TV, and he was. And this is like the same kind of game too, which is kind of funny. But we are in Bog Horrors. This is his first game in the Bog Horror. He was actually gifted the Bog Horror, so he is now going to be using that and making some money, which is cool. It's the best money maker in the game until Black Friday. That's something else I wanted to mention. I believe I said that Tuesday is when all these like new tanks are coming out, but in fact I believe it's actually Friday, because that's Black Friday. That's the weekend. And let me just double check as I turn on my Google Chrome. Why did I go to worldoftanks.com? No, I want to go to console.worldoftanks.com, you know? That's where I want to be. Not worldoftanks.net. Okay, here we go. So, news. And we are top tier. This thing has preferential matchmaking. 67% credit multiplier. That's amazing. That is truly amazing. Okay, so these things, these new quote-unquote black tanks, they should be white tanks, honestly. You know, there's black and white. I don't know. Yeah, November 29th. So it is Friday they come out. I don't know why I said Tuesday. I said Tuesday because that was when the update comes out. And this isn't part of the update. These come out for Black Friday. The special tanks, you know, the Hydra IS-6, the Minotaur KV-5, and the Ragnarok T-34-100. Alright, so what's going on? Here we go. We are now in position T-32. We fire a shot on the move, and we're going to be moving up and getting to this position here. And then I change my mind. I'm like, you know what? What if I don't do that? Because they have this Scourge here. What if we just stay here and hold the line? And that's what we're going to do. And it's going to work out pretty well. There's a light tank up there. Not a big deal. Hello there. We're going to go for this guy. This Eagle 7. Easy shot into the Eagle 7. And the Scourge shoots us in the side. And then we get shot and penned by the IS-3 or the VK. Somebody else pens us. We just get double penned there, unfortunately. But you can see our armor working. Rage's armor is working as well. We hit a shot on the Eagle 7 right as he goes dark. And Rage is just unfortunately taking the hits. And I didn't quite see how much health he had left. I should probably look over and see and take some hits for him, because he is getting penned by everyone. And he's going down. We got tanks in front of us. Tanks slightly to our left. Tanks slightly to our right. Aim a shot at the drive wheel of the T-32. It flies straight, and he goes down. But it's a T-32A, I just realized now. And he clips out Rage Adrenaline, unfortunately. And now it's just me and this Defender versus quite a few tanks. I fire a shell into the Carnarvon, who's way over angling. He's trying to side scrape, I think, but he went out a little too far. And this Defender and I are just going to hold on for dear life. And this Defender is going to have a game himself. It's not going to be a high damage game on his point, in his standpoint, should I say. But he is going to allow us to win this game. We've loaded up the premium rounds, and I'm not ashamed to shoot these. Not with this gun. 198 millimeters of standard penetration as we fight these tier 8 heavy tanks. The Scourge, the VK Thingamabop, the T-32A. The Carnarvon we don't need it for, not really the T-32A, but for this Scourge, We're going to have a tough time going through his lower plate, and same with the VK. If he comes around the corner, we're going to have a tough time going through his lower plate. And I'm not sure what the premium pen on this is. I think it's 243 or 245. It's not the greatest, but it's still something. And we're going to need every shot to go through this guy. He's shooting his heat shells as well, which he should be, in my opinion, definitely. If you're fighting a bog horb, perhaps shooting some heat shells will help you out. You can go through the turret cheeks of this thing if you load premium rounds in your same tier, should I say. However, if you do not have a shot at this thing's cheeks or its turret, you know, you can pen it through the cupola, easy peasy, no problem. You can pen it if he angles too much. You can pen it through the drive wheel if you're, you know, slightly below it. Like the Scourge, if you shot high into my drive wheel, he would hit my underbelly, right where the tracks are, and he would overmatch that, actually, and he doesn't need premium rounds. In fact, you could have an IS-6 gun and you'd be able to pen that easily as well. So, there's that. This Eagle 7, don't know what he's doing. We finish him off. He goes down, and now there's just 4 tanks left. It went from 6 down to 4. And then we've got tanks trying to flank. T-32A trying to get to our sides. Good play by him, I would say. But he's not taking advantage of it. He's kind of just sitting there and letting me and the defender shoot him. And artillery finishes him off. We have the support of artillery, and we are just going to hold this until we die. We got the premium loaded, and we also have ×2 silver going. And this was, I think, an event going on where it was 25% silver as well going on. And so we are using every little bit of silver we can get. And so shooting the premium at rounds, we're probably actually making more money because we would be bouncing a lot of these with standard rounds. So I'm not going to complain about that. And hello, T-71. Another tank joins the fray. So it was actually 7 tanks versus me and the defender over on this corner. I didn't realize the T-71 was there as well. But now we have it down to, what, 3 or 4? 4 tanks left. Put a shell into the T-71. Is he going to get away? I believe he's going to drive off, and our defender is still with us. He is still alive and kicking. And now we're going to try to put a shell into this VK. We have 1 more premium shell left. Put it into the cupola, but he pens us there. He is tall enough to easily shoot down on a turret, which he does, and he goes in, and now we're a 1-shot. We are out of our premium rounds, meaning we are going to have to aim these really, really well. There's an IS-3. We're going to have to go through his lower plate. We aim that at his upper plate. There is a slight chance you can go through his upper plate with these standard rounds, but maybe I didn't realize I was out of premium rounds. And I think now I notice we have to go for his lower plate if we want to penetrate him here. Aiming it up. We actually go for his angled pike nose, trying to go through that. It doesn't quite go in. 198 is this awkward amount of penetration where it's like just barely not good, but it's also barely not terrible. So it's like this, maybe this will work, maybe it won't work. It didn't work. If we were in something, if we were in a regular T-32 with 218 millimeters of penetration, that probably would have gone in, but not with 198. But this time he is well over angled, and we fired off, and it goes into the opposite pike, unfortunately. But here comes the T-71. Will he get finished off by my friends? We're pulling back. We can't let him get around us. He can easily kill us, and we put in. He goes down. We got to turn our turret right around because these guys may come around to try to get the jump on us while they have our sides, but they do not. They take too long, and down goes the IS-3, which is good because we were struggling with him with our standard rounds. He was angling, and because he was angling, we just could not pen him. The lower plate was not a good option. The pike nose was probably the best option, but we were bouncing all our shots anyway with 198. Like I said, we have just this awkward amount of penetration, but now suddenly there are just 2 tanks left, one of them being the VK. And because we're on 1-shot, we're trying to take this easy. This tank is a little bit interesting where sometimes the armor works, sometimes it doesn't. It's like an RNG. It's literally an RNG armor. Like, will the armor work or won't it? We go around the corner, we put a shell into his drive wheel, and I think we might have ammo wrecked him again, unless, I know we ammo wrecked him earlier, but he might have fixed it. Maybe he didn't fix it, and so he's been ammo wrecked this whole time. We're going around. We know we should beat his reload. Boom, we put it in. Clutch shot there, and it flies true, and we finish off the Scourge from the Panzer clan. And down he goes. Let's see how well we did, how much money we may have made with our double credit booster with the best moneymaker in the game. 405,000 credits, 10,000 experience, 5,136 damage done, over 2,000 damage blocked, and the defender who scored second on our team, poor Rage Adrenaline, he blocked a bit of damage, but not enough. Our defender scored second, blocked over 5,000 damage himself. Good game to him, well done to him indeed. We would not have won without him. 5,000 damage blocked. Well done indeed. Anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, slap that like button, comment, subscribe. Make sure you go check out Spaceman and GotADingy's YouTubes and Twitch. Links in the description below. I'll be seeing you guys all later. Take care, everyone, and peace out.